Hey guys, Shay here from Fool on a Journey. Welcome back to the channel or to the channel. Either way, I hope you subscribe. I upload a lot of tarot and spiritual practice content that is in no way regularly uploaded at all. It just will surprise you randomly one day. So subscribe for more of that. And I want to talk to you about the Bird of Prey Oracle deck. By Jordan Haley. This deck is amazing. I vaguely mentioned how awesome it is and how much I love it on the previous video. Also in that video, I talk about reviews and walkthroughs and how that can occasionally be toxic, and I can see it. But I think that not enough people who are doing reviews of this deck are mentioning what I am getting out of it. So the first thing that I want to say, and let's start flipping because there are a lot of cards. And I know it's not like the best situation. Little White Book is super vague and pretty much just says you can do whatever you want. There's not really a card orientation. Sometimes there is, sometimes there isn't. You can get a dice, tells you how to use it. You can get a coin, tells you how to use it. I don't have any of those things because I got it out of a Facebook buy-sell trade. So I just have the deck and the cards, but hey, it is working. Put that up there. Okay, so typically when I am reading cards, any card, oracle, tarot, whatever, I am looking at it, right? So you can definitely see some things upside down, but that clearly says balance, and then you have the scales upright. It requires me to look at the image and put something in. This one yells things at me. It is sending energy at me, which is why I want it next to me all the time, because pulling a card from this deck is like an energy boost. It feels like a shot of espresso. I mean, literally, this card says DGAF. It did not occur to me that I needed an oracle deck that had don't give an F on it, but I did. I really did. And I just love it. Like all the symbolism, every single thing on here means something, and how much you get out of it is up to you, right? So there's, chains of justice, or you can just keep digging and count all the eyeballs and where are the keys to these locks and all those kinds of questions, right? I can't even remember what the corner is supposed to mean on this one, but it's all a puzzle, right? So it says lovesick. I have no idea what the sides say. Amor, maybe? Maybe it's amor. But it's all a puzzle. So you just keep going and you keep going and you keep digging and you keep pulling. And what does this mean? And what does that mean? And there's the sun and the moon. And Venus and threes and skulls and Venus again. Like it's just, it's a lot going on. And I love it. So another thing, as above, so below. That one's pretty reversible. The other thing about this that really gets me fizzy, to quote Kellyanne, which we all do at this point, let's be honest, is that it is so freaking rock and roll. Like, it's just so rock and roll. And I mean that in like multiple senses, right? You could absolutely see any of this being on an album cover. You could absolutely see any of those symbols like painted onto a guitar. Like it obviously. But also in the sense of rock and roll has multiple levels and you get to pick which one you want. You can choose to just see the cool skull coming out of that. I think it's supposed to be a cicada, I think. Or you can go deeper into the sleeper must awaken. What does that mean? Awaken how? The 1 and the 7, why are they slashed? Is it supposed to be an 8 or is it supposed to be a 1 and a 7? You can just keep going and keep going and keep going. And I feel that is so the same with rock music. You can be at a concert, having a good time, and it can just be about a sex, drugs, and rock and roll party, right? Or you can stop and look at this Mercury retrograde and whatever Hebrew letter that is that I currently cannot remember, the caduceus up the center with Venus, the X with a line through it, I think that's some kind of protection, I think. I have to keep looking. What kind of wings are those? Are those bat wings? The eyes that point the different directions are for different Egyptian gods. One's the sun, so that's probably Ra and maybe Horus. Again, I'm kind of guessing because normally I would look into these, right? You would look it up. All right, I want to keep going. I want to know everything about this card before I'm done with it. And you really have that opportunity in this deck to keep going and to keep looking. Or you can listen to rock music at home and listen to the lyrics and hear these, loud rock bands that everybody thinks are just about drugs, sex, and rock and roll talk about really deep life concepts. How to deal with death and how to deal with morality and talking about justice and what that means. And another one that gets talked about is classism, and like there's a lot going on in rock lyrics that people sort of dismiss because of how it's presented. And this one, if you like it, same way as if you like rock music, you can choose how deep, right? Lead and gold. Yes, alchemy, baby. Let's go. This light shines from within. What? It's so good. Every single one. Within, with the snake and the spade. There's just so much going on. Precious nothing. Wow. There's just numb. Love it. The dream is the portal. That is in Latin, which I've looked up already once, but I'll probably end up looking up again and again because I don't remember it. Throughout, so good. I love this, so good. It's just so good, all of it. And if you're into this kind of do your own work to get to the magic, you are you. I love that that's everywhere. That's mentioned in the guidebook. Sleep, and it's the mummy. What kind of sleep are we talking? I am going to just try to flip a little bit faster so we can get through this. Luckily, this is currently not crazy long. But yeah, if you're somebody who's willing to do the work and you like what you see initially, everything about this deck is the highest of luxury and it is worth every dollar. I couldn't tell you what the GSM is on the cardstock, but it's either $300 or $350. It's the rose petal finish, which you either love or hate. Everybody's got an opinion. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this. Look at this. I don't know what that says. I think it's in Latin. That's fear reversed. The 8 sideways is really cool. And that's through a lot of transcend, and it's the veins in your body. It's brilliant. Forgive nothing, forget nothing. Brilliant. Like, I just am obsessed. Good 2-piece hard box. It's definitely worth the money if this is your type of puzzle, right? Because what are you trying to tell me with the upright and the reversed tree? What are you trying to tell me that you really accentuate the, so it's not actually a Sephiroth where this particular star is. It's like the unknown. I think it's called the void, maybe. That void's not right. It's not sounding right, but I've definitely read up about it, and it's like the hidden Sephiroth. And why is that accentuated in every single one of his trees of life. Fascinating. So Venus and then Mercury, but Mercury with the arrow. What's that mean? I don't know. If you are someone who wants to do that work, I'm trying to do this. I can't quite see it. I don't know. I have to keep working on that one. That's a word puzzle I don't know yet. I have to look up that Hebrew letter. But again, if you're someone who wants to look that up, there it is again. What's it mean? I don't know. I need to know. But the working through this and the threes and the reversed threes, there's a lot of threes. Work, grow. I'm obsessed with this. Obsessed. The every other letter and then being work and grow. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Seek joy devoid of reason. Aye, aye, Captain. I'm on board. Gain knowledge. Like, it's just, okay, and how much, like, you cannot get more rock and roll than a guillotine with the words that say, miss you already. Okay, I'm on board. You got me. I'm in. Sorry, I know I'm flipping a little bit faster. There are better walkthroughs. My lighting is not great. I really just wanted to say how much this deck gives off and how much enthusiasm that I personally am getting from wondering, right? So this one has plenty of time and this one's almost out. Endure suffering. And then the knife's under the umbrella. Are you implying you either get wet or get injured? I have questions. Anxiety. And the depth of night. Those are the chakra symbols. I did know that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, a lot of these I don't know. And then you start looking them up and it's like, awesome. Stuck. The spider web, but the keys are hanging on the spider web. And clothespins. Who thought about putting clothespins and teeth on an oracle deck? I didn't. I just didn't. I love it. The rebirth with the upside down coffin. It's brilliant. It's rock and roll, baby. It is rock and roll. I love that. Quantum labyrinth. Everything about this is keyed to make you wonder, right? I wonder if the 3 and the 3 are supposed to be 6 and then the 3 and 3 are supposed to be another 6, or is it supposed to be 3, 3, 3, 3 where we're really talking about 12? I wonder. Cleansing flame. Oh, I love the rib cage. Angels take poisons in rotting pavilions. What? I don't know, but it's cool. Shadow self. I love it. You are you? And all the 3s again. Is it supposed to be 3? It's supposed to be 12. I don't know. 9 and 3 is another 12. Guard the gate. Looks like we are flipping to the end here. That's in Latin. Again, I'm sure I've looked it up once already, but I'll have to do it a few times. Hex and fix. 12, 12. And then the 6s, 12. Getting a lot of 12. And maybe on another day, I would get it like this, right? And be like, I wonder why this 36 is backwards. And then that becomes 3 and 6 is 9 and 9, and then 9 and 9. What? Who knows? Not me, but you can work it out for yourself. Indestructible enlightenment. And then again with the tree, I love it. I think it's awesome, and I just wanted someone to really talk about how deep you could take this, because I felt like a lot of the walkthroughs kind of just talked about it's cool, it's pretty, it's very occult symbolic, it's kind of hermetic, but it's kind of funky, and I just felt like it was way more magical than that. This is one of the only decks that I have in my collection where it doesn't require me to put in work to get magic out of it. Every time I look at any card, I'm getting something new and more intense. The sun is the first thing that I saw when I looked this time. Next time, the first thing that I'm going to look is that fine is crossed out. And they're all like that, you know? Right now, I just keep seeing the candle, but it's burning at both ends. That's just where my brain went first. And then down here it says burn. Maybe that's what I'll see next time. The rose was the first thing that I saw. Like, yes, I know there's a bunch of negative stuff, but I hit the rose, you know? And this one, this is the solar system up here. And that, yeah, I just like it. I like it. I think it's magic. I think it's awesome. I think it is rock and roll. And if that is your vibe, you should definitely check it out. I will link the website below if you are interested. And I was not given this deck. I paid for it from someone who paid the author. And this was my honest review. And as always, thanks for watching.